Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the magical mystery tour that is this channel. Today we've got the new Makeup by Mario palette. I am heading out to a friend's 50th birthday party tonight and this is what I'm going with. All this. Before we get to this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go play with Ethereal Eyes Nature. On my face, I have everything will be listed down below, but I have gone for longevity tonight. Cream products, powder over the top. But you don't care about that. What you care about is this. This is the new palette. Look at that. I do have the other two here. I'll just show you very quickly. That is the cooler tone. Can't even remember the name of it now. And this is the original. Let's put these together. Before I do my eyes, let's put these together. There's been a lot of talk about how they are essentially the same palette. And yes and no. I put some photos over on my Instagram for comparison. The top two rows are similar, are so close. And if they're your jam, then, and I'm holding this down a bit so that we don't really focus on the bottom rows. So you can see you can get away much and muchness in these. But let's flip this over, and this is where the differences are. They are very different when we look here, as you can see. So the original palette leans more pinks, and this is more earthy, I want to say. If you missed out on the first one but did like the rosiness of it, look, you can still do that. That's still beautiful like that. You know, this is what I am keen on. And it is going on my eyes tonight, as I'm sure everyone else who has filmed with this has probably done the same. So if they have, I am so sorry, but I can't help it. We know green's my jam. Going in first with this palette is, these have gone up, let me tell you. This palette is in Australia $137. So it's not cheap, but there is something about the Mario palettes in that they're really easy to use, a bit like Charlotte Tilbury's palettes are super easy to use because they blend. If you're not super adventurous with colour, these are going to give you just a really nice look in any case. This hasn't done much. This is my flesh colour. Didn't expect it to, was just laying a base down to start with. Now let's add, where are we going? I think I want to go on this side because these colours are more like the original. I want to move on to this side because what I'll do at some stage is a look with that half and the original Mario. But it's really interesting. Obviously here in Australia we are heading into spring and a lot of the releases are fall colours, autumn colours in the rest of the world. But if you live in my patch of the world, right down at the bottom of Australia, where today it was a top of 12 degrees Celsius and we've had snow on our mountain, I can still wear a lot of these colours. So that's just warmed that up. Going in now, using the same brush, going in to this shade here. So I'm heading out tonight and I'm going to be rugging up because it is going to be 6 degrees and under where we're out, and I do believe where we're going will probably be a rooftop. I mean, we'll move downstairs, but I think the venue, given that he's booked it into a public hotel, I think, where the function space is upstairs. That's really nice. That's quite, it's pulling warm, but it's pulling warm, a bit more warm because of going over the top of this other shade, and it is warm. They're very caramelly. And I'm not mad at that. But again, like Mario's other palettes, super easy to blend. Let's go into this darker brown. This is going to be a fast video, I think, just because, as per usual, how easy these are to work with. Going into this brown here. And give it some real depth. I probably don't have, I want to say I don't have time to go out, right? We can all make time, but as you know, like, I spend a lot of time, a lot of my weekend doing this stuff, filming, writing, planning, editing, back end stuff. And I have got some paid content I have to do. And I've just realised I think I have to do that tomorrow, when I possibly will be a little bit worse for wear. And my brain's going, I don't feel like going out tonight because it's cold. Just going back to nothing on these brushes, just to the blend, because it's cold and it's miserable. But I need to blow off some steam. I need to see my friends. And I need to relax. So I didn't have Friday's video. I just didn't have time. I've been going into my new job early to catch up on some things. Again, I'm back in that cycle of learning new things. I know a huge chunk of this, but I'm at a new business. So whilst it's an industry I already know, you know, just navigating the new relationships, just navigating the new systems can be a lot. I'm using a khaki. Don't get me wrong, everyone has been incredible. A really great group of people at this new business. Oh, I've gone completely coloured outside of the lines there. A really great group of people, but still learning new things. So in the past I would have beaten myself up had I not been able to do something and get it out on time, and at the moment I'm being a bit kinder to myself. Going into this dark, into this dark brown now. So if there are weeks that I only get 1 or 2 videos up, or if I don't get to put an article on my Substack, or if I don't post as much content, I'm going to be kinder to myself about it and not stress so much. I want to smoke out under my eye, but look, I think I'll go into this shade here to use this to smoke out. I really struggled. Oh, I'm really struggling now. I really struggled this week with exhaustion. We've just changed over to daylight savings, obviously, and I had to go and end up going in and getting some sleeping tablets because for about 10 days I was sleeping 2 hours a night, and it was, you know what it's like when you get tired drunk. This is blending beautifully, I've got to say. I mean, what do we think? Got a bit of a smoky eye happening. Now, what I want to do, I just want to rub some of these just to see they're nice. It's, what I will say is they don't look as scattered light as the other palette. Let me just show you what I mean. I've cleaned off my fingers. Let's go in with this one on the new palette and this one. So this is more intense, but see how this is more, this has got pigment behind it. These are more reflect, almost topper like. Let's clean off my fingers again. And I'll go in with this one and this one. And again, you'll see this has more pigment behind it, and this is the old formula where it's more sparkle. So there's a change in the formula. People loved the sparkliness of this. Going into this green now, because I was never not going to be using that. And now that being said, I like this has sparkle and pigment. With the previous palette, you would just put a wash all over your lid of colour and then the sparkle would enhance it, where this clearly has the colour there. So we're getting that green pool, whereas you wouldn't have got that had this been the other formula. Pull on my eyes. Yeah, so that's giving me depth and a bit of a smoky eye, but a bit of a grungy smoky eye. What I'm going to do, I'll start with this here. So this is more greeny pewter, but it's still got some of that tonality. I am going to go over it though on the other side with this shade, just to brighten that up. Now, you don't have to be as intense as I have been here, because obviously I've added depth to the outer corner with this really dark brown. But if you used more of this shade, it would be a lot lighter, and then you could, I've built up this shade to get the depth out of it. You could simply give it a bit lighter of a wash, if you can see what I mean. So I've built that depth up to it. Now, because I can't just leave well enough alone, I'm just giving a gentle nudge with this, just the slightest little, just near the edge of the outer corner. I'm not even going up that high. Just a littlest hint. I am going to set my face down for a night out on the town of lots of dancing. I'm going to do some mascara. I am going to go and fix up this and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what we're going for. It's cold, it's windy. I'm just keeping everything off my face so that I can stay warm. I've got a jacket to go with this. What do we think? I personally really like it. Immediately, I will be playing more. Will I get as much use out of this as the original? I think this is more wearable for sure. And I wish that this wasn't a limited edition and that he kept this as a regular. He's kept his master mattes and neutrals as a regular thing, so these should be regular. Why did he change the formula? Was it a cost issue? Was it a not able to get the ingredients? Was he just thinking upgrading? I prefer the scattered in this, I think, overall, after sitting here for a bit. But that being said, that green is gorgeous. But I do have another palette that I've just picked up that has a green very similar to that as well. The cost for this is starting to get a bit up there. Sorry, hay fever season, my eyes are watering. The cost is starting to get up there, but the quality is, it's good. It's good. I'm just going to, what was I just looking at then? Just going to go into this little neutral. It's got micro sparkles in it, just to lighten up that inner corner a little bit. That's better. This is a beautiful palette. I think it'll suit a lot of people. I think if you missed out on the first one, you might like this if you had FOMO. But I do prefer the formula with the sparkle on the first one because I've got a lot of grungy greens. See how it wears throughout the night. It is beautiful though. This is really my colour story. Truth be told, what do you think? Do you want to see more looks with this? Because if you do, I can play around in it and put some reels up and also do comparisons between the original Ethereal Eyes on one side and the new Nature one on the other in those rosy sort of colours to see how close they are when they're on. There will be a slight difference with the undertones and the formula, but it might be worth having a look. Let me know if you're picking this up. Let me know what you think of these colours. Are they your jam as well? But until next time, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends to come along, hang out, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm going to go and have some fun at a birthday party till I'm too cold and come home. See you next time, my loves. Bye.